Okay, hi everyone. So I'm going live now because I find it that's going to be easier for me to be more consistent with my monthly readings. So Leo, that's how I'm going to be doing it now. If you're interested in a private reading, I'll leave all that information in the description for private readings from me through my website, or you can also book through my Etsy shop. If you would like to get a free reading by um, by a psychic practice group that I run, then I'll leave all that information below as well, or you can email me. So let's start with what I pick up for Leo for the month of August. I know I'm kind of late, sorry, but I'm trying my best. But let's see what type of energies are going on like for August. Okay, so okay. Hmm. Hmm. I feel like you might be feeling like it's yourself against the world, especially with the Five of Swords. I feel like right now you guys are very much in this working mode. I feel like busy. It's busy, like you're busy, you're very busy. Um, I also feel like you guys could be busy and like not really connected to your body as well. It's sort of like you're in this you're way too much in your head, but yet you're also trying to do what you have to do. So the connection between your mind and your body is off. So it's making you feel like you're losing track of time. So it's making you also be not on time sometimes. So you might be feeling a little bit uneasy between these two, like your mind and your body, like feeling very off. I also feel like since you're so busy and you have a lot to do, I feel like you might be feeling like people are not understanding you or that people are against you. You might be jumping into conclusions about certain things as well, because your mind and what's really happening is not really, it's sort of in this shock or something. So I feel like there's confusion and there's a lot of overwhelmness because your mind, body, and spirit are not aligned right now. I feel like for some of you guys, or you guys are watching too many pick a cards or too many, or you're getting too many readings that you're it's like making your third eye very unbalanced. So if you've been like overdoing it just so you can cope with life and just kind of like cope into um this fantasy, because I feel like this is sort of like a fantasy too, like getting too many readings, like g- like tapping into this things that are unexplainable. So of how the person gets information, like the psychic, right, or the tarot reader. So I feel like it's sort of like if you are overdoing it, I feel like it's because you're really trying to escape, like you're really trying to seek some sort of hope really bad. And I feel like your third eye can be very unbalanced right now. So your intuition is very off, like it's there, but it's really off in regards to like feeling certain if something is right or wrong, or if this is, what you're supposed to do, or if you're connecting the dots correctly. I feel like you're not really connecting the dots right. I feel like your third eye is really unbalanced, to be completely honest. You're making your own conclusions due to your own wounds, um, your own traumas. There's a lot of hypervigilance that I keep seeing. Um, I feel like for some of you guys right now, you guys can have some sort of um, like I don't like to diagnose anybody, so I think I'm just gonna say like, if you do know you have this, then if you do know you have this, what I'm gonna say, then you should really seek out your therapist or your psychologist or take what you need to take in order to feel better. But I feel like some of you guys are having like you're probably not even noticing that you're not breathing correctly or that you're holding back your breath because of so much anxiety and pressure. And yeah, like I just feel like you guys are having a bit of a PTSD flare up, to be honest. Um, like you're getting a lot of like strong intrusive thoughts, like a lot of intrusive thoughts and even nightmares. And it's really kind of like it's like you're trying to cope with it, but it's really interfering with your day to day. And you're also being very avoidant, like wanting to be by yourself, because you're trying to deal with this thing in your head, you know? And it's really messing up with your mood, and everybody else is like, what's going on with this person's mood? Like there's something off with them. You know, you're very on edge. But I feel like, some people don't understand like, this situation of yours. Some of you guys know, or some of you guys are just like don't really know, but there's something like that that keeps popping up. A lot of trouble remembering things. And I also feel like a lot of like feelings of guilt and shame for even feeling like this, and even anger and even fear about like the future. Um, and I see you very like too much stuck in your mind about like expecting the worst of things. But yet at the same time, you're really trying to work very hard because you know that money at least is gonna take you somewhere, right? Um, so this is why like I feel like, if you are looking at too many readings, I understand why you will be doing that. You're really trying to understand yourself and this mental confusion, but you need some real like, you need grounded grounded advice, like very grounded advice and realistic advice. You don't really need like this okay, it's fine to want to know what's going to happen in the future, but I feel like now you need to take proper steps and realistic steps so you can get what you want and get the peace you deserve, you know, instead of like just wishful thoughts, you know. And I feel like for some of you guys, your communication can be very confusing, right now because of, what you're going through. You're feeling very overwhelmed. So try to like think before you answer because you might be coming off as very rude or just very arrogant. Just like um try to keep it cool first and then answer. I feel like I feel like there's a lot of mental strength though because like it's like I see you, right? But at the same time it's like I see you like working. I still see you like trying to do what you're supposed to do like by working and just being very tunnel vision about your work because it's true like money at least is gonna do something, if you don't move then it's gonna be way worse. So I feel like at the same time it's like you have a lot of mental strength within yourself. um Something is driving you to the correct spot. If you have like, your dog or your pet, I feel like that's also helping a lot. There's something about if you just got a pet, I feel like there's some sort of connection with a pet or something. I feel like that's gonna be helping you a lot. And I also feel like a friend, like there's someone who is very loyal and helps you through tough times. I feel like that person is also gonna help you stay in track in regards to your mind. Um, Even though you have like sort of like you have your guard up and you're being extremely suspicious of others' intentions because of your situation, I feel like your hypervigilance, like you feel just very distressful and very exhausted. But I just feel like it's due to, your intrusive thoughts that you're getting about your past or certain bad experiences that you had in the past. So yeah, and like so many unexpected trouble that's been happening as well is like, oh my God, is it gonna happen again? There's a lot of that sort of feeling. But I still feel like there is some sort of person or a friend who you know is very loyal, who's gonna hear you out and also give you like very grounded advice. So, that's someone that you can really trust. They understand. They understand even your negative attribute, you know, of why you come off as you do. And if you have a pet, I feel like they're definitely also trying to support you. They see what you're going through, even though they might not be saying it, like like talking or anything like that, but they understand you more than you think. I feel like there's a need of reminding you that, you have the skills and you have the potential, you just need to be brave and really believe in yourself. Don't let fear of failure or fear of looking foolish hold you back from doing what you're supposed to do and reaching your potential. I feel like the more energy you put into cultivating your goals or even your money, the more harmony it will bring to you. Your mind, body, and spirit is gonna feel more harmonious. Uh, so you have the strength, it's there, but I know it could be a bit hard to swim through all of that while also going through this intrusive thoughts that you're going through. I also feel like there's a lot of protection around you on a spiritual level. There is divine protection. There's a lot of divine protection from your enemies, like in the spiritual realm. But I also feel like, your dreams, if you've been dreaming, I feel like your dreams are trying to tell you something, like some message of comfort at the same time. Even if it's a bad dream, I feel like there's some messages there, so don't ignore them. Like try to really look about the meaning of it. Um, I also feel like there's been problems with certain people. Maybe you've been having problems with certain people, like um some like maybe someone's bringing you unexpected drama, unexpected issues. I feel like there's some sort of refusal to compromise, like some sort of annoying situations going on. Um, you might not even like the environment you're working at because of this Eight of Pentacles and the Three of Cups next to each other. I feel like you're so focused like at your work, but yeah, your environment might be like you might not really like it, you might feel very uncomfortable with it. You might not, you're not with it, you're not liking it, but you're trying to focus and do what you're supposed to do and then just leave, even though you might be feeling very like passive aggressive with them or just kind of like or not or just ignoring them, like being a bit like, whatever, like I'm here to do my job sort of thing. It's like you want to withdraw from them as soon as possible. But then it's like for some reason, like you might feel rejected energetically. So you're just trying to give the energy back. I feel like at the same time, like all of this has maybe brought yourself into this place of like really reflecting on yourself. I feel like this month you're gonna be realizing that you need to be a bit more compassionate and understanding of others as well. Like, you need to all like I feel like you're gonna be understanding other people and why they behave they do, and you're also gonna be understanding yourself more of why you behave the way you do. So that's gonna bring you some sort of compassion towards them. So instead of feeling really bitter about them or like, weird about them, I feel like there's gonna be a sense of understanding because you came to a realization of understanding yourself and why you behave the way you do. So it's gonna kind of like make you approach them in a different way now. Doesn't mean you're gonna be their best friend. I'm not saying that. But you're definitely gonna be understanding certain immature moves. But you're adjusting. I feel like you're definitely adjusting to the environment. Like you're like hmm, you're gonna be adjusting to your workflow or these people around you that you don't really feel so positive about. But I feel like, you're gonna have a lot of wisdom, burst of wisdom this month of August. I feel like the stubbornness that you felt before about, how you justify your own behavior is gonna be like a little bit more, you're gonna be thinking more open-minded about like others as well. So you're gonna be approaching things in a different manner. Um, But I feel like this month you're gonna be realizing that not everybody's your friend or not everybody's your coworker or that your coworkers are not really your friends. So I feel like there's gonna be a realization of something in those lines, fitted to your situation because this is a collective reading. So yeah. I feel like some of you guys are gonna be feeling a little bit upset because either you lost something or if you are going through like something with the law or some sort of justice sort of situation, I feel like you're gonna end up losing, but like you're gonna end up accepting the loss. Like you're not gonna have so much of a hard time. Like I feel like before you're probably gonna feel like a bit effy about it because of your ego, but I feel like you're gonna be accepting like the loss in a very different manner. I feel too like some of you guys need to be aware of like drinking, okay? Like there needs to be some sort of balance because it's just not gonna help. Like if you're drinking, coping, you're finding ways to cope with your stuff in a negative way, it's just not gonna help. It's just gonna make things worse and more messy. Um, I feel like there's a lot of gossip about your name. Huh. This is a devil card. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of gossip about you in a negative way. Plans are not going as you plan. Just some sort of messiness is happening, or your home is very messy. I just feel like you might be feeling judged very negatively by others. Um, and for some of you guys, I feel like you guys are gonna be wanting to do something like some sort of job that you might be wanting to start a job where I don't even want to say it's called a job, but some of you guys are like thinking of doing a job that might be against your own morals, like fast money, and you might be feeling like you might be questioning a lot, or you might be searching. You might be like questioning if you should or not. It's like there's something like that. Okay, so let's see what's else. Okay, what's going on for Leo? Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo for the month of August. The month of August. Okay, well, we have here the Hierophant reverse, and then we have the Three of Cups reverse. It's crazy because we just had the Three of Cups reverse. And then we have the King of Wands reversed. Okay. There's definitely gossip going on. Either you're gossiping, or it could be vice versa. Like there's gossip here, negative gossip going on. Um, I feel like for some of you guys, you might be um going into a situation where it really challenge your values. You know, there's a situation that's messy, that's really challenging your own values and your morals, and you can feel the pressure of it, like because you might be feeling very guilty and shameful about it, um, be because of the behavior you have to go, and that might be a behavior that people don't really recognize you as, or you were not raised like that or something like that. So there's a lot of shame. There's also something about maybe you might be feeling like people have violated your own boundaries. And I definitely pick up like um for some of you guys that there's a job that goes against your values, and it makes you feel a lot of shame. So you're questioning it, like you're very much questioning it. And for some, it's just like um there's a lot of backstabbing in your friend group. There's a lot of backstabbing in your friend group, and it will be exposed, or it already has been exposed. And you're trying to think about how you should act towards it. So there's probably a couple of people in your friend group that are not giving you the best advice. They're just giving you like things. They're kind of like leading you to the bad, to a bad. They're giving you bad advice. It's not really good for your future. So I feel like there's people who think about you in a negative light. I feel like you might be even feeling shameful. You might even feel guilty. Maybe you are guilty. And you're like feeling all this shame and feeling a bit like, what the hell? So I feel like there's a lot of sadness, but I also feel like there's a lot of ego here, arrogance, frustration, feeling like you're in a vicious cycle. You might even feel like you're not able to be as proactive as you would like. When you're pushing yourself a lot through your daily duties. Um, Definitely you're moody, and you need to be careful on lashing out on people that have no idea what you're going through as well, because I see here like lashing out sort of behaviors. And also be aware of clinging to anger and resentment. It's not gonna. do anything for you. And I'm not saying like you need to forgive whoever hurt you, but sometimes the best thing you could do is just give it all to God and just pray about it and just give it to God and be like, I feel so upset with these people. I feel so upset about it. I feel so resentful, but I give it all to you. I give it all to God, and you do what you can with that. And I set myself free from all this anger and negative feelings within myself. So there needs to be you need to find peace because right now you have no peace. So I feel like for the month of August, there's a lot of reflection of your own behavior and others around you behavior. And there's going to be a lot of reflection in regards to your own morals and your own values. So I feel like you need to do what's best for yourself. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's see what the evil says. Okay, so the first one says someone is doing spell work to drain you of your energy, life force, and lights and gifts. So vampire energy curse. The second one says someone is using astral projection to spy on you in the astral realm. And then the third one is someone is going to graveyards and cemeteries to do magic and voodoo rituals to curse you, graveyard magic. So I feel like, I use all my abilities while I'm reading this card. So for the first card, I feel like you're feeling very drained. I feel like there's definitely people who are speaking bad about you, and they're wishing you the worst as well. They don't want you to succeed. They're wishing that you fail or that you lose. So there is something like that going on. So you can be feeling very energetically just very off. And it's even making you like, instead of like, how for some of you guys that have hobbies, that you have something that you're very passionate about, like for example, drawing or playing a certain baseball or a sort of sport, all of that is gone. Like all of a sudden you're not having that energy no more. I feel like these problems that you're having are just making you stay away from your passion, your gifts, from all of that. And I feel like it's because of like people are sending you like bad wishes. So definitely pray on that. I feel like if you also feed into it and like also be saying like, oh my God, hopefully everything goes back for them too. Like I feel like you're just gonna go with ongoing energy back and forth of both of you guys, sending bad energy. So it's a circle, never ending circle. So um I feel like if you release it to whatever you believe in, like God, prayer, finding prayers for your enemies, I feel like this will definitely help you feel more with more protection than what you've been doing. Okay, especially for those who are doing magic to their enemies and is not working, obviously. So for the second one, someone is using astral projection to spy on the astral realms. I feel like they're like it's like people are trying to find out like what's going on in your life, but to attack you. So I feel like that's what it means. Like people are trying to find information of you so they can attack you. So be aware. For the last one, someone is doing a graveyard, cemetery, magic, voodoo rituals to curse you. I feel like this is just saying, for me, what it's picking up is that for some, like there can be like some sort of magic, there's magic wanting or thoughts of magic wanting to be done onto you, to Leo. And for some, I feel like um there is something that you did in the past or ritual that you did in the past that is bouncing back to you. So, in order to set yourself free, you need to break the ritual you did. Mhm. And if you don't resonate to none of that, then I just pick up like that you need to spend some time in either prayer or doing something that's going to release all this bad energy that is surrounding you, because I see a lot of negative energy around you, especially around your head and your third eye. So find that out. If you can't seem to find a way to pray for yourself because your energy is so drained. I have prayers that I do, that I offer. It's in my Etsy shop. Um, and I offer prayers if you don't have the energy. Sometimes the person doesn't have the energy to pray for themselves. So I could do that for you. And I have that in my Etsy shop if you need support on that. Okay, so I'm really curious. I'm gonna get some last three. So going on. Someone wants everything you privately say or do to be publicly exposed. So yeah, there's someone who wants to expose you, who is definitely talking about you. They want you exposed. Seesaw cleans are needed. For me, this means that you have a lot of tension in your body. There's a lot of tension in your body. There's a lot of anxiety. So being near water or having a bath will really help you with water. Anything with water will really help you calm down because there's a lot of anxiety and tension here. But the last one, someone wants to indoctrinate you into a lifestyle that you normally would reject. I feel like this brings me back into like this is for raw magic. Okay, so I feel like this brings me back into, you might be thinking of doing something that goes against your morals and your values. Your morals and your values are in question right now. Something that you wouldn't normally do. So right now you might be feeling a little bit like very questionable about your morals and your values. Yeah, so you might be like unsure, you probably are also questioning like your religion, your belief system, your spirituality, like so yeah, that's what I'm picking up for August. So August, I feel like you are like in tunnel vision about your money and about making your goals happen, even though there's a bunch of chaos surrounding you and you might be in an environment that you don't like. I still see you being tunnel vision and focus on your money. And I also feel like there's gonna be a lot of reflection and you need to really check on your anxiety and the tension in your body. And I feel like this month of August, you really gotta Ask yourself if it's worth feeding into unnecessary drama. Like, is this worth feeding to? So yeah, that's what I'm picking up. I hope this helped. Thanks.